The secret wars. So there's a lot of people following politics and things like that, and I can't really get into all of that on YouTube. Um, but my focus is more so on the gender politics. And so I will say there is a secret war of sorts. There's many secret wars in many different divisions, but for what I can focus on this video, um, where it regards gender, is that there is a concerted effort against keeping men and women angry at each other and keeping men and women lonely. Men, men uh, with dating apps and with the lack of socialization and going out to bars, going out to places where they can meet women, that is causing a situation that, coupled with porn use and all that, is leading to a situation where men are becoming more reserved. They don't want to go out as much. And I don't want to beat a dead horse. This is kind of obvious, right? But then the other issue is that with dating apps, it's giving women the false illusion that they have all the options, and so there's no sense of urgency on either side to actually go and try and find a partner. But these efforts, these things that are happening, uh, this is a concerted effort. It is a very calculated effort. And even things like the manosphere is a tool of this effort. And that is also creating a greater divide as well. Now, the good thing is that there are aspects of the manosphere that are actually turning into a positive. There are creators outside of the manosphere. One that I follow, namely Allison Armstrong. There's a couple of other names. There's a new lady that popped up on the scene. I think her channel is called like Married Wife School or something like that. Um, there's actually a couple of those that are decent. Um, but the secret war, the sad part of it is that the genders don't even realize that on either side. Of course, with the MGTOW and the red pill guys, they're kind of it's. I understand that it's self preservation because they don't see any ability, any real chance of dealing with a woman from a legal standpoint. It's just kind of too bad, you know. And even with the average woman now, they are taking pride in being alone. But then you essentially are going to have a situation, it seems, where both sides are going to be prideful in their aloneness and in their narcissistic hedonism, and the men are going to eventually use AI girlfriends as a substitute for intimacy from women. We already use corn for that, and that's a problem in itself. But then here's the thing: men have kind of been replaced in terms of our usefulness to the average woman, right? Just for the fact that we're no longer the ones that are primarily in the workforce. So our use to women has kind of been made superfluous, silently under the table. Of course, we praise equality, but as a result of equality, half of the population is essentially virtually unattractive to the other half of the population. And we're kind of going back to harems, which is obviously a problem in itself. Um, yeah, so on top of that, the other problem um, becomes that the other problem is that as a result of this, we have a situation where there is no, well, men have kind of been made superfluous to women as a result of not being able to have higher earning power, higher social standing, because now women have that same role, right? So now the women think they're better than most men. But then the other issue is that women don't really realize that they're actually being in a position, they're being placed in a position to be made superfluous as well. But it's going to come after the pride of having everything they want, having the dating options, being, like, yay, we're the in thing, right? Everybody wants to invite us to parties, everyone wants to do. Yeah, I understand guys have a lonely life and everything, most of them, until they find some bit of success, either with women or with their job or at the gym, right? Or combination of all three. With the average woman, once the artificial womb is actually developed and robots and then AI robots come in, that is actually going to make women superfluous. And I don't say that happily. I think that that is extremely sad. But it seems like we're being distracted just long enough to make us superfluous to each other. And I hope there's a solution for this, but I don't really see it. Things look pretty abysmal. But this is just one of many secret wars. There's many facets to this beast. The secret wars.